Cucamonga. This is my 5th exponent. It's nice to meet you.
Rancho Cucamonga!
Rancho!
Hi.
Hello. Listen, I was wondering, what were the experiences from from your acting career to your directing career, like in Cowboy Bebop, for one?
What do you mean?
Well, I've noticed that you're doing, for instance, you played the role, you acted out the role as Helba from Dot Hack's side, and then you directed Cowboy Bebop. What's the difference from voice acting to directing? And what's the hardest part for it? What is the hardest part?
Oh, getting the monkey off your back that tells you you can't do it. When they offered me Bebop, I was terrified. I was terrified. I was still a little bit of an on-camera actor at that point. And I'm one of the firm believers that, you know, you're supposed to be where you are in life. For whatever reason. You're here to learn something. Wherever you are, that's exactly where you're supposed to be. I was so fed up with the on-camera world. I went to this really degrading audition, and I walked out saying, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I just don't want to do this anymore. But I'm supposed to be here, or I wouldn't be here. So, universe, give me a sign. Just give me any sign whatsoever. Because I love the voiceover work, but even that it's coming, and I'm doing more and more of it. But I still feel like that isn't it. I'm not there yet. So just give me a sign. And 2 days later, I got the call from Kevin and Yutaka saying, we've got an extra series. Do you want to come and direct? And instantly there was this fear. You know, there was just this, you can't do that. Oh, you're going to fail. You are going to fail if you do that. And you're going to look like an idiot doing it. You can't do that. It's that little voice inside of all of us, you know. And I said, no, I can do that. I can do that. So to be honest, the hardest thing, the biggest difference in between, even though the little voice is still there for voiceover acting as well, but making the transition to directing, it was just getting over the fear of thinking that I couldn't do it, because I directed stuff. I directed a lot of theater when I was in college, and one production or two in graduate school, and I always, you know, had an ear for things, at least I thought, but I just never thought, am I going to be able to communicate what I want from an actor to that actor? And it's the whole thing, and this is the story, And then I saw Cowboy Bebop, and I went, oh yeah, I can do that. That's awesome. At least I gotta try. I've gotta try, you know. I can't listen to that voice that tells me I can't do it. I have to try. And if I fail, I fail. But at least I won't have any regrets. So, it's more of a philosophical answer than you're probably looking for. It's like, well, the difference is, in one, I'm on one side of the glass, and in one, I'm on the other side of the glass, you know. Instead of listening to the director, now I'm the one that's actually trying to pull a performance out of someone, or create a character with an actor. So it's a great challenge. It's a great challenge.
One quick question. Who are your favorite characters in Dot Hack, Naruto, and Cowboy Bebop, besides Helma and Kunai?
Ed is probably my favorite character in Cowboy Bebop. In Naruto, there's so many. There's so many. I mean, who I identify most with is probably Tsunade. I mean,
yeah.
Drinker, gambler, sign me up, you know. I mean,
you know she always loses in gambling.
She does, and that's me as well. I have no luck. No luck whatsoever. But I think there's something about Naruto, and it's also my relationship with Miley. She's such an incredible woman and an amazing actress. But I love the character. I think there's someone, and she never lets he never lets anyone tell him, you can't do this. And again, it goes back to that little monkey on your back, you know, it's just, there's always the voice that says, you can't do it, you can't do it. And he's always the one that says, no, I can do it, and I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to let anyone out there tell me that I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, so, believe it. Yes. I didn't say it like that. I didn't say, believe it. Sometimes the way you say something isn't as important as what it is that you're saying. You should believe it. We don't say it that much in the show anymore, am I right? You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Woo!
Hi.
Lucas Anderson.
Hi, Lucas.
Hey, I was wondering, does my voice sound like that?
Yes. Yes, it does.
No, I need to ask a question. I mean, Digimon, Bebop, Dot Hack, Wolf's Rain, do you immediately summon Crispin Freeman and Steve Bloom whenever you do a role? Is it a coincidence? Is there a magnetism? What is it?
Well, here's the thing. The people that can do ADR acting for anime is a small group of really, really talented people. And for those of you who are at the Adventures in Voice Acting this morning, you realize that it's hard. It's really hard to do this because it's such a technical thing to do. So when we find good actors that can not only get the technical side of matching the script to the picture, but then also act well and put a performance in that is, although time constrained, is as natural as we can possibly make it. When you find these people, you use them over and over again because it's a laborious process at times. It can be, and you need to get 30 loops done in an hour to, so there's a whole budget issue and everything else. So you need to find people that do it really well, really fast, and can start at this level and do things that even you didn't imagine. Bring something to the role that even you didn't think of. Surprise you as a director. And those people are Steve Bloom, Crispin Freeman, Melissa Fon, Dave Wittenberg, Kari Wahlgren, Michelle Ruff, Johnny Bosch. These are all the people that you love and that you listen to, and we spread them around. I mean, when I met Crispin in Chicago, I'd heard of him and I'd heard of Helsing and everything else, but when he came to town, we started calling. The directors end up, calling each other and say, you have to use Crispin Freeman. There's this guy named Yuri Lowenthal that you have to use, a new voice. Troy Baker is a new voice from Texas, and now he's out in LA, and we've got to get him around people because we all know as directors the pain that it can be at times to try and get the right performance, So you need to find good actors, and when we do, we spread them around, which is probably why you hear them in a lot of different animes. Yeah, because they're good.
So it's a coincidence then.
I'm sorry?
So it's a coincidence then.
Oh, it's no coincidence. It's no coincidence at all. If we need a role, Steve Bloom and Dave Wittenberg are usually our go-to guys, With Digimon Season 4, we had all those Trailmon. It's just like, gosh, we've got like 6 to 8 trains. How are we going to get... let's have Dave Wittenberg do all of them. Let's have him do all of them. Who would you like to do now? Let's do Jiminy Glick for one of them. I said, fabulous. What next? Bert Lark, Cowardly Lion. I mean, we just had more fun creating because they're so versatile that you can use them for that many different characters.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.